where they were one guy had like a robot version of himself, and they were all talking about downloading human consciousness into computers, and 2045 is the year they think that all this is going to take place, which obviously could be very ramped up now with AI.
Yep.
But this idea that somehow or another you're going to be able to take your consciousness and put it in a computer and make a copy of yourself. And then my question was, well, what's going to stop a guy like Donald Trump from making a billion Donald Trumps? You know, like you know, I mean,
true, man.
Right? If you can, what about Kim Jong Un? You're gonna let him make a billion versions of himself? Like, what does that mean? And where do they exist?
Yeah.
And is that the Matrix? Are they existing in some sort of virtual? Are we going to dive into that because it's going to be rewarding to our senses and better than being a meat thing?
I mean, if you think about the constraints, right, that we face as meat machine whatevers, like, yeah, you get hungry, you get tired, you get horny, you get sad, you know, all these things. What if you could just hit a button and
Just bliss.
Just
Nothing
bliss.
but bliss all the time. Why take the lows, Ed?
Right.
You don't need no lows.
Yeah. You remember in
Just
the
ride the wave of a constant drip.
Yeah, man. You remember in the Matrix where the first Matrix where the guy like betrays them all and he's
yeah.
like, ignorance is bliss, man.
Yeah, that steak
Yeah,
looked
Joey
really good.
Pants. He's eating a
Yeah.
steak and he says, "I just want to be an important person."
That's it. That's it. Like,
Boy.
so
It's, I mean,
tempting.
part of it is like, what do you think is actually valuable? Like,
Right.
if you zoom out, you want to see, you know, human civilization 100 years from now, or whatever. It may not be human civilization if that's not what you value.
Or
But,
if it can actually eliminate suffering.
right.
I mean, why exist in a physical sense if it just entails endless suffering?
But in what form, right? What do you
Right.
value? Because I can rip your brain out. I can, you know, pickle you. I can like jack you full of endorphins, and I've eliminated your suffering. That's what you wanted, right?
Right. That's the problem.
That's the problem. It's
Yeah.
one of the problems. Yes.
Yeah, one of the problems is it could literally lead to the elimination of the human race. Because if you could stop people from breeding, I've always said that if China really wanted to get America, they really wanted to, like, if they had a long game, just give us sex robots and free food. Free food, free electricity, sex robots, it's over. Just give people free housing, free food, sex robots, and then the Chinese army would just walk in on
fuck,
people
Xi Jinping
laying
just
in
joined the
puddles
chat.
of their own jizz. There would be no one doing anything. No one would bother raising children. That's so much work when you can, you know.
Dude, that's in the action plan.
That's.
I mean, all
that's
you have to do is just keep us complacent. Just keep us satisfied with
Hey,
experience.
TikTok, man.
the
Well, it's video
UBI.
games as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, video games, even though they're a thing that you're doing, it's so much more exciting than real life that you have a giant percentage of our population that's spending 8-10 hours every day just engaging in this virtual world.
Already happening with,
Yeah, no, it's like you can create an addiction with
Yes.
pixels on a screen. That's messed up.
And a addiction, like with pixels on a screen with social media, it doesn't even give you much.
Yeah.
It's not like a video game gives you something. You feel it, like, oh shit, you're running away,
You're
rockets
engaged.
are flying over your head. The things are happening. You got 3D sound, massive graphics. This is bullshit. You're just
Yeah.
scrolling through pictures of a girl doing deadlifts. Like, what is this?
Like you feel as bad as after that as
Yeah.
with your brain as you would feel after eating like 6 like burgers or whatever.
My friend Sean said it best. Sean O'Malley, the UFC champion, he said, I get a low-level anxiety when I'm just
Yes.
scrolling.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, what is that? Like, what? And for no reason.
Well, the reason is that some of the world's best PhDs and data scientists have been given millions and millions of dollars to make you do exactly that.
And increasingly, some of the best algorithms too.
Bingo.
Like,
Yes.
like, and you're starting to see that handoff happen. So there's this one thing that we talk about a lot in the context, and Ed brought this up in the context of sales and like the persuasion game, right? We're okay today, like as a civilization, we have agreed implicitly that it's okay for all these PhDs and shit to be, you know, spending millions of dollars to hack your child's brain. That's actually okay if they want to sell like a Rice Krispie cereal box or whatever. That's cool. What we're starting to see is AI optimized ads. Because you can now generate the ads,